bro. Like, we was not gonna say nothing. My people have been told me not to, like, bring unwanted attention to you. They ain't gonna need. The police know you ain't do nothing.
A 20-year-old man went missing after hanging out with friends. His disappearance captivated social media users who shared their many theories, making this a very controversial topic. There was a 30-day-long search with 2 rescue teams, canine search dogs, East Point PD, and the community. They all came together to find out what happened to Derek Samuel. Good evening, I'm Mocha Brown. Well, the 30-day-long search for Derek Samuels has tragically ended. East Point Police Department has confirmed they have found remains of the young man. The remains were found behind the reserve at Red Wine Apartments. And also, the police have stated they see no signs of foul play. Very controversial topic. This has been on social media, many coming up with conspiracy theories and thinking the police may have mishandled this case. Now, we'll get to some of those conspiracy theories and chatter online a little later, but first, let's take a look at the timeline of this case. On April 29th, Derek completely vanishes after friends drop him off at the Target at Camp Creek Marketplace. Now, surveillance catches him leaving the store, normally walking down Red Wine Road. Then in mid-May, police track his last cell phone ping to the nearby woods, but find nothing. Then in late May, the family, growing desperate for answers, decide to bump the reward up to $15,000. Now on May 31st, searchers and police went back to the area with canines and they discovered Derek Samuel's remains. And now they found these remains near the reserve at Red Wine Apartments, near that same Target and that same Camp Creek Marketplace area. After the discovery, police held a press conference discussing the updates on the case, and they alluded to cause of death being self-inflicted and say they see no foul play. Let's take a look at some of the key moments of this conference.
Very important day for the simple fact there's so many rumors, speculations about what happened to Mr. Samuels. So today we're here to give facts and just facts. We know definitively that Mr. Samuels was at the Camp Creek Marketplace on April 29th. We have him on our real-time crime center cameras. We see him at Target. We see him at several stores. From there, he walked across the street to an adjacent apartment complex. The apartment complex is gated. A vehicle entered and he walked behind the vehicle into the apartment complex. Our detectives went door to door to every apartment in that complex to see that they know Mr. Samuel. We tracked his cell phone. The cell phone records showed triangulation in the woods behind the apartment complex. On the 16th of May, we went to the woods in that area. Our detectives walked about 4 miles trying to find anything, cell phones, Mr. Samuels, anything that could assist us in this investigation. We were met with negative results. We received thousands of tips which we had to follow. On the 18th of May, we went to Lithonia to a lake, and also with the assistance of the Cobb County Helicopter Unit, we searched the lake and met with negative results. On the 31st of May, due to the weather, we had to have a delay. We went back to the same locations earlier behind the apartment complex. After about 3 hours of searching, we were able to find some human remains. At that point, we were not sure who that individual was. We went back out there the following day on June 1st. We went back out there. we was able to find additional human remains, as well as Mr. Samuel's cell phone, a handgun, as well as a shell casing. Based on facts of the case, at this point, we do not suspect any foul play. At this point, we do not suspect any foul play. I know there have been thousands of rumors and speculations on social media, but we have facts that are not known to social media. And based on our facts, we do not at this point suspect any foul play.
Many people were shocked by this outcome, and the Samuel family actually released a statement after this press conference. And the statement reads, "We, the family of Derek Samuel, strongly disagree with the East Point Police Department's insulting view and outcome on this case. We ask for the continued prayers and support of everyone who loves, cares, and stands in support of our family and Derek. Please stand with us in support as we demand justice for Derek." The $15,000 reward is still in place. So if you have any information regarding this case, please contact the East Point Police Department. Now, it seems from that statement, the Samuel family does not agree with East Point Police findings and their reason as the cause of death. In fact, Derek's friends seem to not agree with the police either and are sharing their stories on TikTok, which imply there's been foul play.
You said you was gonna beat Rick. You said you was gonna confront Rick. You tried to steal money from these boys. You're 21 years old. You lied about being 19. So let's get that straight right here. You keep saying, oh, you didn't know about the 400 gang, whatever. You was the first person and the only person to know about it. So let's not get on here lie. You knew them boys wanted Rick head and you did not go tell Rick. Mind you, you ain't say nothing about them boys wanting Rick head until 3 days after he went missing. But you swear you his partner. Stop the cap. You got mad at Rick. You said you was gonna beat him up, you was gonna confront him, you was gonna do all this stuff. You care about Rick when you going out of your day to argue with his twin sister and tell her, F her, and some more stuff. This was May the 1st, a few days after Rick went missing, gang. Like I said, you ain't say nothing. And you sitting up here talking about some, oh, you never posted him, RIP him. You was the original source, my
Say Rod underage.
Twin ass tried to goddamn make a play. It didn't go right. You know what I'm saying? If the nigga was still alive the same day, but his ass tried to do some extra shit. And then, you feel me, that how the shit came up to it. Feel me? Nigga, I just died and got them apartment. His ass been there. Ain't nobody touched that man's body. Nobody moved him. So he been in the same spot the day his ass died. We been telling everybody he been dead though. Y'all folk been goddamn making it seem like he alive and shit. Like truth came out 3 days after he died. Nobody believed
Dude, he could be in Florida. He could be in fucking California. Like, it's the police job to know where he at or find him. Like,
and I feel like, I know it's not really towards us, but y'all saying people, they still throwing parties and stuff, but like, I mean, people still got a life though, gang. Like, you not, if in 3 weeks the police still not doing their job, you want niggas just to be in the house just trying to fake deuce. Like, what can we do, gang? Like, we talked to all the detectives, talked to police, pull all the cameras, and y'all think you can just go to Target and pull a camera, gang? No, you need a warrant. And then the thing is, even when you pull the cameras, you still can't see. They're just gonna tell you what they're seeing. Like, you can't go in the back room and force niggas to show you the camera. No, that's against their policy. They can only tell you what they see. So once they told us that he didn't even go to the Target, he went to the DTLR. DTR told us that no, he didn't come to us either. He walked out of the whole Target complex, and that's when it took 3 weeks for the police to finally start a fucking search party.
Now, this is an interesting interview that I ran across. This woman claims to have known Derek Samuel, and let's just listen to what she has to say.
Oh, TikTok and just right. So for that, really, what was your relationship with Derek? Like, did you was this clout chasing or did you know him personally?
No, I wouldn't say I knew him personally, and I'm not going to say this was clout chasing because when we went out there, we wasn't on live. Right. I didn't tell nobody I was going out there, so my intentions was not to be live on TikTok with it. Even after I had went live that one time, I stopped going live. This wasn't for clout or attention. I genuinely just was misled and, like, I don't feel like just because I'm like known, I could get on live and just do whatever I want. But I feel like I could have, if he was, that information was true, I could have pushed it out further.
Right. So you just try to use your platform to spread word. Okay, cool. So how did you meet Lorette?
Back in 2023, I was on a show called The Influence of ATL.
Right.
And he was never a cast member, but his homeboy that hosted the show was the host. So he basically was there a lot. And like, sometimes he would be showing in the camera, sometimes he wouldn't. But like, he was most definitely there around me. And he was a cool person, so like, we were cool. But outside of the show, we had no like relationship.
So you ain't know him for real?
Not really, no.
Okay, smooth. All right, so when you went out there to go look, who was out there with you? Like,
when it first started, it was just me and my girl. And then when we walked, we had met a boy named Tay, and he was out there by himself. He didn't really come to search nobody, but he was looking for Corday. All three of us couldn't find Corday, so we eventually like clicked up together and started searching together.
How long was y'all out there searching for? Like,
we were searching from 3 to 8, so. Well, really 4 to 8, so.
So I'm going to ask you this question, but before I ask you that, I want you to clarify exactly what you found when you went out there to go search.
Okay, and I have proof.
Okay.
Even though, like, the stuff wasn't his, it's, like, the things behind it, like, what somebody told me to make me go look. Because when I originally was searching...
Don't drop no names neither.
I don't know her name.
Okay, cool.
So when I was originally searching, I was searching for a deceased body. Because, you know, that was all around the internet that he was deceased already.
Right.
So we was looking in the woods. We looked in the lake. We looked. When we came out the woods, a lady pulled up. I don't know her name, but, you know, I do have messages of her texting me, telling me where to go. The detective number. She told us, she was like, y'all looking for the boy? We said, yeah. She said she seen him come in Monday, 12 a.m., coming out of work. Mm-hmm. She seen him coming out the woods with a bag of groceries.
That's where the lie, like, the shit that...
This where it got it, like, okay, you lying about the situation. Yeah. I was just taking the information and moving forward with it.
And you said, who said it?
It was a woman, like, and she was in a car with her mother and 2 kids in the back, and her mama was vouching for her, too, like, yeah, it gave me chills, da-da-da. Like, so I'm believing her. She gave a real clear description. I didn't know till after I got on the phone with his sister that he no longer had braces anymore, but she said that he was wearing a black Alo jacket.
So they caught you on your line when you said braces?
No, nobody picked that up, but I knew the shit was capped because a week ago, I went on live and apologized. I'm like, okay, like, don't take the information I'm saying. Don't take the information I'm saying and run with it. Y'all need to go off a different case because obviously this not the story that's being told. And I've been apologized. I was like, I should never went live, all that. But back to the story, she basically told me like he had an Alo jacket on, a skull cap, some sweatpants. It was too dark for her to see what was on his feet. Basically like saying she seen him. She said she seen him with a big bag of groceries. He had a black book bag on. Keep that in mind. She said he had a black book bag on, swinging around a black flashlight.
Oh yeah, speaking of the book bag, now I ain't know too much about the whole case. So a nigga on Instagram said, did somebody pay you to say that you found pills in his bag?
No, and that's the crazy thing that everybody's saying, that they getting that from a screenshot from somebody live. A girl was talking and she was like, oh, they paid me and Mariah
$500 came from.
Yeah, they were like, they paid her $500, they paid me $600. I'm just like, if y'all so gullible to believe that with no proof, y'all saying I'm lying, that's a little crazy to me. She didn't show like.
What did she say though?
She said, I got the screenshot.
All right. Chad, we need proof.
Now this is very interesting. Why would anybody even insinuate that she was being paid to say anything about Derek? Let's continue. Again, we're not going to watch the whole thing, just pointing out some key points that are relevant to the case.
I need to fight a bit.
Okay, y'all, I'm finna show y'all the screenshot. They cropped her ad out, so I don't know who said it, but I'm finna show y'all the screenshot of the messages.
And it, bro.
We all gonna get in trouble. We know. What is she talking about?
What?
Huh?
What?
I ain't see that part.
What is she talking about, boy?
We all gonna get in trouble. I didn't see this part too. She talking about we all gonna get in trouble. We know
Hold
where
on,
Ricky
I'm gonna
is.
screenshot that. What is
Why
she?
didn't you
Wait.
just see that? She said we know where Ricky is.
my
Where he
soul,
at?
that if you lying for real, you need to start. You probably done your whole life for it. I'm not. I'm still saying I'm cool with all of them. They all just said they don't know you though.
Yeah, all that going right now.
Wow.
Oh, hold on. Stamp that. Hold on.
So that's where they basically getting like, oh, well, I got paid money and, you know, I got paid. They saying I got paid $600. But I feel like if y'all could believe that narrative with no proof, she didn't show, where the payment was sent.
Right.
She didn't say who sent the payment.
Right.
She just said.
Okay, we're going to pause right here. But doesn't this kind of remind you of the Cabo 6 situation?
They paid us. Like, if y'all that gullible and y'all believe that and y'all trying to say I'm lying, it's a little crazy. It's iffy.
Okay. So who is like, you said that she said it's a bigger role into it. Like, what is she getting at? Like, who played the bigger role?
I honestly cannot tell you because I don't know. I don't know who plays a role in it. They saying Maul play a role, Corday play a role.
Whoa.
These are people names that's already out.
All right. Okay.
I don't really know who did what. They saying Corday and Dez was last seen with him. I honestly think they have a play a role because y'all was last seen with them. Y'all play a role in it. They were the first ones to come out with a narrative.
So what do you actually believe happened to him now?
I really don't know. From the story that Corday told.
Okay, if you went alive and you said you seen him alive.
I never said that.
When you was searching for a dead body.
I got a clip of me saying I never seen him. Okay. I never seen him.
Right. So why everybody misconstruing and say that you said you seen him personally?
It's the internet. That's what they gonna do. But if you sat there and watched the live, you would have seen. I said I never seen him. I'm going off what people say. I also said when I went down the.
And they said they seen him with the shell case, and they basically trying to rule it as a suicide. So, how you feel about that being ruled as a suicide? Like,
I don't think that's the truth. I feel like
was he suicidal when you like?
No, he was a very energetic person. Like he was laid back, but he was cool.
Okay, when they leaked the messages, it did say something about him getting like evicted. So
yes, I know about that situation.
So do you know if that played a part to his mental health that caused him to wonder like?
I can't speak on what I don't know.
Right.
I can only speak on what I know. And from my knowledge from them 3 years ago, people change in 3 years. So from my knowledge from 3 years ago, he was not suicidal to me. He was laid back, cool, funny type of guy. He wasn't no suicidal type of person. And I don't think that's the case, but investigators got to play their role.
All right, speaking of investigators, though, like, have you cooperated with them?
I texted the detective from the lady who said she so-called seen him coming out of work. She sent me a detective number. I texted him, never got a text back.
Never got a text back. So you don't know what's going on in the case right now?
No.
Nothing?
Nothing.
But you don't think it was a suicide?
No.
Like,
people want answers from me.
That's what I'm saying.
And I really don't have the answers to give y'all. I was misled. That's why y'all think, oh, she has so much to do with this. She does, da-da-da-da. I literally have before he even went missing, I had no parts in the situation. That's why I get when everybody say, like, what the fuck was you jumping in for?
That's why, like, I talk to everybody, like,
yeah, they were basically like, why did she even get included?
I would beat her ass because this had nothing to do with her. But that's why I asked you personally if you had a relationship with him, because I could see where the motivation to go look for him was. Because when you told me, we texted privately about this. You told me that you was out there looking.
Cool. But outside of the show, no. But like, if I'm in your face, in person, in public with you, and some shit, anybody, I don't even give a fuck if I've been around you just one day, one time. If something happened like this to anybody I was ever around, I would want them to get justice, no matter who they was or how close they were to me.
Okay. That was some good information from this interview. So this is the area where Derek went missing. This is called the Camp Creek Marketplace. It is in East Point, Georgia. Now, this is a outskirts town of Atlanta, Georgia. Nice town. I've actually been there. And I've been to this shopping center. Now, this is the area he was said to have been last seen in. And let's go to the street view. Okay, so this is the Target at Camp Creek Marketplace. And if he was here and he left, if he was headed back towards Red Wine Road, he would have taken this path. So let's turn that around. Again, we are inside of the Camp Creek Marketplace, leaving the Target. Just to kind of give you an aerial view. It's a large shopping center. Has a lot of stores. Okay, and we're almost there. Now, this is the route I think he may have taken. He's a young man, and we do know that most teen and tween-year-old people like to take shortcuts. So, in my mind, most likely he came this way and ended up at the woods, right? Now, you can go this way, and it'll take you out to the exit. Okay, wait a minute. I think I took a wrong turn. Let's go back. Okay. Now, this is just past the shopping center. We're out on the out road now, the outer road, which is Red Wine Road right here. And as you can see, it's a busy area. And it is heavily wooded, densely wooded. Okay, so this is Red Wine Road, and Reserve at Red Wine Apartments is right here, right across the street from the shopping center. I will zoom in so you can see. Well, if it will let me get close enough. Okay. There's the sign. Redwood This is the apartment complex that Derek's body was found at. It was near the back, they say, reports say. But however, this is the apartment complex right here. And as you can see, it is walkable from the Target, even if takes minutes to get there. I also want you to see how wooded this area is. Now, if you're not familiar with Georgia, you may not have seen this thick type of brush and dense wood, terrain like this too. Okay, thick woods. It goes back further than that on the other side. Of course, the shopping centers cut the woods in half. Trust me, it is thick woods. And so this is the area he was last seen in. I want to go back to the map. Now, as you can see, Target, just to show you how close it is. Here, Red Wine Road goes this way. Of course, we know you can just take that back exit and get to Red Wine or reserve at Red Wine Apartments right over here. Okay. And so I just wanted to show you the area and maybe give you a better idea of how it looks here. So if he was leaving the Target, where was he going? Was he just going to the apartments to see someone? Was he staying with someone at those apartments? Was he dating someone in those apartments? Or did he not even make it to the apartments, and was he taken somewhere right after he left the Target? This is a really busy shopping center. But also, a thing to note is there are literally hundreds of cameras in this shopping center. And East Point is not a large city. It's really more of a township, but they do have their own mayor, their own police department, fire department, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But it is a pretty small town. It's close to the airport. Low to medium, income type area. Nice though. It's modern, up to date, decent area. So just want to see what else is out here. I did hear someone mention he went by a DTLR store, and I did see that in this shopping center too. It's right along the path, and quite possibly he could have went there too, and it should be on cameras. In fact, there are so many cameras in that parking lot and in that area and on all those stores, the storefronts, that there's no way there's no footage of, someone. And I'm sure the apartments have cameras too. Most apartment complexes, they have to have cameras now. They have to have security cameras for the tenant safety and their own. So let's see. Let's zoom this back out just so you can see the city. Very small. I doubt it's a couple 100,000 people here. So this is the area where Derek was last seen.
And I thank the search and rescue people. They are awesome. Thank you for them. I thank you for them. And I thank everybody's support. But now we can bring closure to this and go to the next step of getting justice.
And our family can help him to rest. We can say our goodbyes.
All I can think about is, what was it, about 3 weeks ago, we was all just interviewing right there at Camp Creek.
They hadn't put a bolo out or anything. Everything was so jumbled up and messed up. And to think that whoever did it, been back in those woods, I'm sure, since, the things happened, they had false searches, TikTokers back there and everything. What evidence has been picked up? But justice is going to serve. I'm not going to stop.
We're going to keep tracking this story and see what the final outcome is. And hopefully there will be justice for Derek if this was foul play. Family, keep Derek's family in your prayers and be safe out there. I'm Uncle Brown. Catch you next time.